Hey guys, welcome back to Black Dragon and Pink Firefly, A2Heroes comic book series. This is a set of graphic novels by Caleb Jones, filled with sex, violence, and sharp wit. Okay, so viewer discretion is advised. It has a sprawling ensemble of characters that you'll actually care about, and thick and intricate narratives that'll keep you compelled. In this story that we have here, there's no wokeism, no girl bosses, all right? No left-wing bullshit, no right-wing bullshit, all right? No socialism, no feminism, okay? And no puritanical right-wing stuff. There's just no lecturing. Just pure quality art, all right? Just a ruthless commitment to character, story, and world building. So this is something that I really love. This is a story that I'm really looking forward to. I've done several other videos on Caleb Jones' A2Heroes series, and he's gonna release these comics in the next coming weeks. Black Dragon and Pink Firefly. So last time that we were here today, we went over the characters. Well, we went over all the chapters and the different characters and stuff. The last video we did went over the chapters, and each graphic novel will include approximately 5 chapters. Each graphic novel will include approximately 5 chapters. A chapter is roughly equivalent in size to a floppy comic book. One chapter is roughly equivalent in size to a floppy comic book. That's about 20 to 25 pages per chapter. So that means that each graphic novel will be about 100 pages. About 100 pages long. So if each graphic novel will include approximately 5 chapters, all right? And a chapter is equivalent in size to a floppy comic book. Okay, and there's 5 of those, 5 floppy comic books. And one floppy comic book is about 20 to 25 pages per chapter. And 5 times 20 is 100. 5 times 25. Perfect. That's over 100 right there. Meaning each graphic novel will be around 100 pages. Around that. 101, 102, 103, thereabout. Chapters 1 to 34 have been written, but chapters 35 to 53 have been outlined. So 1 to 34 are already written and committed to the page. They've already been made permanent and part of the canon, but chapters 35 to 53 have just been outlined. So these chapters are going to come out when they've already been sorted out and made smooth and synergized with the story. Below are covers for chapters 1 to 9, shown just as teasers. More covers will be revealed soon. So chapters 1 to 9 are right below here. Issue 1, Issue 2, Issue 3, Issue 4, Issue 5, Issue 6. I really like issue 5 and 6. Issue 7 and issue 8. I really like issue 7 and 8 too. We have the Princess of Jeslam on issue 7 and the whole ensemble of our main cast on issue 8. So it seems like that's when they all gather together and come together officially as a team. All 4 of them. Pink Firefly, Black Dragon, Baby Zora, Larry, and everyone. Nice. And then got Butternut out here doing karate moves in issue 9. So it seems like the story ends on a horror tone. Look at this artwork right here. We have like horrific Leviathan monsters in the shadows coming for Black Dragon. Horrific creatures. So the digital graphic novels will be initially released as graphic novels novel volumes. Volume one's to Volume one would be issues five. It would be issues 1 to 5, while volume two would be issues 6 to 9, and so on. Each story arc is about 20 to 25 issues, or about 4 to 5 novel volumes. This is really good. 4 to 5 volumes of 100 pages each. Holy, that's incredible. Digital only for now. Just for now, it's going to be digital only and instant access anywhere in the world at very low prices. That's a very important point. It's going to be digital only for now, so that you have instant access anywhere in the world at very low prices, with printed versions coming later. So I really encourage you guys to get on this. I encourage you guys to go to the website a2heroes.com/comics and put in your name for pre-orders and sign-ups, because printed versions will be coming later, but you can get a digital version immediately. So in the previous video, we already went through all of these different images, all of these different cover arts and pages, and we talked about each and every one of them and the details in them. Check that out if you missed it. It'd be very cool. But we went into the details of the different artwork, the different designs, the different characters, the different opponents, and things like that. So I'm looking forward to that. And in a video before that, we went over all the characters that are going to be the A2Heroes canon. Alright? We went over every single one, from Black Dragon and Pink Firefly, to Larry and Baby Zora, to Butternut and Rosalind Shattershield. Very cool. These are like our main cast, these 6 right here. These 5 or 6. Rosalind Shattershield and Butternut, Baby Zora and Larry, Pink Firefly and Black Dragon. I love Pink Firefly and Black Dragon. They're really cool. Really cool. I really like Black Dragon, but I really respect Pink Firefly. She's like the paragon of femininity. She's very cool. She does it right and she does it proper. Very nice. I like that. Larry looks really cool. He's like, he reminds me of like Edwin from Full Metal Alchemist. He's like a suit of armor, a living construct. Very nice. Good contrast with the other characters in the party. And he has a mace for an arm and skulls for like bracers and greaves. Holy. Very cool. I like Larry a lot. And Baby Zora over here is like our elf, trickster, arcane trickster, rogue, bard sort of character. So I like that. It looks like Black Dragon is the warrior, the fighter, the leader. Pink Firefly is the healer, the adjudicator, the diplomat. Larry is the tank, the bulwark, the defense. Baby Zora is the specialist, the face, and like the trickster. I love this party. These 4 right here make an incredible party. And then we have Butternut too as well, who is the adorable, lovable companion. Kind of reminds me of Chopper from One Piece, I'm not gonna lie. He's a legit member of the crew, but everyone outside the crew just sees him as like a mascot or a pet, and so he's really angry about that. He's like, no, I'm legit as fuck. Don't test me. And then we have Rosalind Shattershield as well, who looks like a dwarven barbarian. He's got cool goldfish in his hammers, and like jet blue hair and fish pauldrons. We have Queen Strang right here. I love her as well. She's the queen of Jeslam, even though she looks really angry and really intimidating and rough and all that. I love her presence. I love that with a smash of her fist, she can just crush this fucking throne and just display her displeasure with royal proportion. Like, she's not to be fucked with. I love her crown on her head, and I love her hair and her bracelets. She's really cool. Queen Strang. She's gonna be one of my favorite characters. She's really gonna be one of my favorite characters. I love that you can already see the emotion on her face in the role she plays. And you have her daughter here beside her, Princess of Jeslam. Alright, the Princess of Jeslam is like a high level sorceress who has command over like the elements and the arcane and is able to channel it with ease. So you can see that she has the tiara on. While her mother has the crown, she has the tiara, and she wields arcane magic. This crackling lightning between her palms. Very cool. Violet outfit, red hair, gold crown. She's violet and violent. I like Princess of Jeslam. She's also going to be one of my favorite characters. I think these two are going to be really cool to follow throughout the duration of the story. I can't wait to see the first, second, and third volume. And below that we have Barlow the Abundant and Matron Cindereth. I know that Barlow is an enchanter. He's like a utility wizard. He can make clones of himself. He's a diviner. He's an enchanter. He's an illusionist. He's not an evoker. He doesn't cast fireballs and arcane missiles and things like that. He's a very utilitarian type of wizard. So I really do like Barlow the Abundant. Very cool. If I could be any character in this story, I think I'll be Barlow the Abundant. He's my sort of guy. He really resonates with me. And we have Matron Cindereth. And Matron Cindereth, the woman herself. The force and the feminine creature. She's really cool. I like her. She resembles a dark elf and she wields high level arcane power. And she's not here to play. She's not here to fuck around. Matron Cindereth is exactly that. She's a matron. A matron. I mean, she's in charge of like a noble house or political enterprise, and people listen to her when she speaks. So I really like Matron Cindereth. I'm gonna look to see her more in the story. Below that we have Fuzzlewax and White Dragon. Fuzzlewax is really cool. I like what he has to offer. But White Dragon is like the canonical opposite to Black Dragon. White Dragon is like an alter ego from a different realm. He's really cool. I really like White Dragon a lot. Even though he's not as impressive as Black Dragon, right? He's still a formidable opponent that's gonna give Black Dragon a hard time. And he's strong and brave, even though he doesn't have the enlightenment philosophies that Black Dragon really has and the things that Black Dragon really loves. When White Dragon walks into the room, he's a threat to be reckoned with. There's no two ways about that. So I like White Dragon. And White Dragon's consort and companion is Dark Firefly. I really like Dark Firefly. And then we have Olindris as well. Dark Firefly is like a succubus, like a tiefling, like an infernal. Very cool lady. I really like her. She reminds me of Gargoyles, that comic book, that cartoon from like back in the early 2000s. Very cool. And then you have like a wood elf, like a nymph, Olindris. She's also very cool too as well. She harnesses nature powers and the elements and druidic canon and things like that. Olindris is incredible. I really like to see Dark Firefly and Olindris in a one-on-one. Maybe I'll pit them against each other in like a versus video. Battle or versus video. Let me know if you guys want to see something like that. Because Dark Firefly versus Olindris would be very cool. It's kind of like Harley Quinn versus Poison Ivy. Very cool. And we have Brune Kroll and Veil Ray. I love this. Brune Kroll is really cool. He's a fucking war bear. War bear and a werebear with a tower shield and a heavy axe. Pauldrons and fucking plate mail. This guy is not to be fucked with. I love Brune Kroll. He shows up on the page and he gets to fucking hewing. He's not a toy. He's not a teddy bear. Alright? His name isn't Broom Teddy Bear, it's Broom Crow. Broom Cruel. Alright? So he's gonna be a legend. He's gonna be something to really, really put your hands up at and see. So I'm gonna look forward to Broom Crow. And then we also have Veil Ray as well. Veil Ray is incredible. She looks like a dark elf enchantress. She resembles like a dark elf enchantress who has like magical powers and wields the arcane in a cool way with like her cape and like her white hair and her pointy ears. I like this arcane device she has, this sort of manifestation. Veil Ray. I think she's gonna be related to Dark Firefly or like Matron Cindrith. Veil Ray and Matron Cindrith are related in my opinion, while Princess of Jazlam and Queen Strang are related in my opinion. Both of these characters have like their overlap. And then below that we have Sweeling Sunweave and Draven Gold Sunder. I really like both of them. Sweeling Sunweave is going to be a very important character that I'm interested to see more of. Her clerical vestments and her pious disposition really make her a cool character to follow and to see. I like her name, Sweeling Sunweave. That's nice. Kind of like Sydney Swilling, right? And her divine chain right here that can either be rigid or loose at command is also really cool. It can become a staff or a flail at a moment's notice. So that's an amazing feature right there of Sweeling Sunweave. So we have, after Sweeling Sunweave, we have Great Draven Gold Sunder. I really want to see Draven Gold Sunder. I'm not gonna lie, he looks like a Lannister. Okay, he looks like a Lannister. He's got the lion album, he's got the lion aspect, and he's got the gold, he's got the great sword, he's got the warrior aspect, he's got the royal attire, the aristocratic attire, and he's suited up for war and valor. He's by no means a slacker. So I really like Draven Gold Sunder. I'd love to see him really succeed and excel. And then below that we have Darcis and Torvek Frostfang. Darcis is really cool. She seems like she's going to be a top level protagonist that's going to give the main cast some trouble and some challenges. I'm really on Darcis's side. As much as I love the main cast, Pink Firefly and Black Dragon, I love them. I really want Darcis to do her damage and really come in and put them in a threatening position that they can't easily escape. Like, she's got power, substance, and style. She reminds me of Shigo from like Kim Possible. I love her red and black outfit. Very cool. Very cool. She's got danger and dimension. And I love her fractured facade, her fractured face as well. She's paid a heavy toll, a heavy price for power. And she's not ashamed to show it. Standing proud. I really like Darcis. Darcis is really cool. So I'm looking forward to seeing more of her in the story. And after Darcis too as well, we have Torvek Frostfang. Torvek Frostfang is like Wolfgar from Drizzt, in my opinion. He's a northern Nordic barbarian Viking who wields a heavy weapon and has mighty fucking muscles. Like, Torvek is legit. Torvek is legit. You don't fuck with Torvek. He's the one. He knows how it's done. I really like Torvek. Blonde hair, blue eyes, ready to go and fucking steady. Like, this is the shit. He's got that barbarian aspect, that Nordic aspect, that northern feeling. He really reminds you of like Conan the Barbarian or someone like that. So I'm happy to see Torvek. And we have Chenin as well. Chenin and Torvek are typically together. I think they have children together. And she also is a barbarian and a warrior in her own right. She herself is a woman of substance and strategy. And as you can see in her wielding the axe here, wielding one axe, but also having two on holster. So she's an axe maiden. Chenin the axe maiden. She's someone who's highly experienced in combat and ready to go for it many times in a row. She's nothing to snuff at. And then we have King Theric IV, which I already went over. Mighty, wealthy, heavy king with no magical powers, but access to vast wealth. Very cool. And Queen Gandara. Who I believe is associated with the king on some level. That might be his consort or his companion. But she's also really cool as well. I really like her. She's incredible. So these are just like the characters that we're going to be seeing in A2Heroes. I've already gone over each of these characters in like an in-depth video, going over like their history, their past. I've already gone over each of them, their backstory, their personality, their powers, their ability. And so you guys can check out that video later. But in future videos, I'll be going over the first live stream that Caleb Jones did. It's a wonderful video. Nice listen for an hour and 43 minutes, where he breaks down the entire premise and conceit of his fantasy world, the entire value where you're buying into and why you should be here. Guys, I really believe you should be here. I really believe you should be here. This is not a place that you should just browse through and skip out on. This is a place that you should come to and stick around in. This video right here is by someone who's devoted time, energy, and effort into creating a story that you would love, you would appreciate, and you would love to see made into a TV show series like Invincible, or like a short little movie, or like a phenomenal full product book. This is already gonna be a phenomenal full product book, but imagine if you guys were here to watch this, listen to this, and understand like what he's pitching, what he's saying in order to be there. All right, like the story, the video, the first Black Dragon and Pink Firefly live stream replay. I watched this live when it went live, but he says this is different from anything you've ever seen. This is different from anything you've ever seen. It's Alpha Male 2.0 with the volume dialed all the way up. Men having long-term sexual relations with multiple women, and it's presented as a good thing. Let me read that again. Men having long-term sexual relationships with multiple women, and it's presented as a good thing. Thank you, that is a good thing. It's not just random sex all over the place. It actually makes sense. Okay, it's not just random sex all over the place. It actually makes sense. It's based on real life relationships, so it's grounded, it's realistic, and you can get a feel for how to do this in real life. Exactly. So it's a constructive fantasy. All right, this is my term for it. It's a constructive fantasy. It's a fantasy that you can read and you can grow and learn from, and that you can add to your repertoire. The entire story is written in advance. This is crucial. You see how he underlined it? The entire story is written in advance. This isn't something that's going to be a little bit at a time, once in a while, here and there. No, this is a complete comprehensive vision that is being delivered to you on day one. This is a complete comprehensive vision that is being delivered to you on day one. There's absolutely no reason to overlook this. This is a phenomenal work of art, and it's just waiting. No woke influence whatsoever, okay? Guys, name me a piece of modern media that's going to promise you that off the bat. Just name me one. Name me one. No woke influence whatsoever. Doesn't matter. There's men and women romance. That's how we want it. That's what we want. That's what we want to see. That's the example that we have in our hearts. That's exactly what we support. Okay, men and women romance. No Mary Sue characters. There's no special Mary Sue characters who are just special for the sake of being special. All right, Men are men, women are women. I'm going to say that again. Men are men, women are women. Even the strong women. So just because she's strong, she's resolute, she has resolve, she has composure, she has constitution, doesn't deny her gender. No. Men are men and women are women. So we're going to go into this video and make a full-fledged reaction to it, breaking down each and every part. I'm sure you guys will like that. You can already see here, like, this is a pure work of art. This is a pure work of art. Okay? Goals and how you can join us. I don't care about revenue, just units sold. We don't care about revenue. We don't care about money made. We don't care about any of that. We just want to get the word out to people. Just unit sold. Just units sold. That's it. No revenue, none of that. If we hit certain numbers, then we will. All right? We'll invite you guys to write your own stories and characters in this world. My God. Imagine if you guys could actually do that. Actually, don't. You don't even know about the story. I know about the story. Imagine if I could actually do that. Imagine if I could get invited, if I was lucky enough, fortunate enough to write my own stories and characters in this world. Oh my God. Black Dragon and Pink Firefly, that would be a privilege. That would be an honor. That would be something I would truly be grateful for. You get a platform to create art. Guys, think of like all the Marvel writers and all the Marvel artists who wrote Iron Man, Captain America, Wolverine, X-Men, Spider-Man, Daredevil, Punisher, and all the different stories, Silver Surfer and all that. Like, Stan Lee already created a platform for them to then show and display their artistic talent on. They already had something for them to go to and show what they were able to do. So all credit goes to Stan Lee and his business partners. All credit goes to Stan Lee and his business partners for establishing a world, a realm where people can come to and make stories of. Okay? Absolutely incredible stuff. And I think Caleb Jones is offering the exact same thing over here. All right? He's going to invite you guys to write your own stories and characters in this world. If it's successful, he's going to allow you to create other graphic novel titles for other characters. I have ideas already that I would love to see in this world. Of course, I want to see the story first and see the theme and see the tone of where the story goes, see what he has created, what he's worked on, before I can respectfully offer my suggestions. All right, I want to see what he has. But imagine creating other graphic novel titles for other characters in this story. That's what I want. Black Dragon and Pink Firefly, those are like his main characters. That's the name of the comic. So their character arc, their story, their potential is already filled out. He's already mapped out the entirety of their narrative. But for other characters that aren't as major, Princess of Jeslam, Butternut, the King, and other people like that, the Matron, to other characters who have some mystery to them, the audience, the viewer, the reader, the people who buy this book, who buy this novel, who buy this comic will be able to contribute some of that to the character. So that's an amazing opportunity entirely. That's an entirely amazing opportunity. I love that. He's going to do everything in his powers to make these graphic novels good and cheap and easy to buy. Okay? He's going to do everything in his power to make these graphic novels 3 things. Number 1, good. Number 2, cheap. Number 3, easy to buy. Okay? Those are the 3 things he's going to do everything in his power to make sure these graphic novels are. But at the same time, in saying that, it's not easy to do all that for free and without any cost on his side. So he's going to need your support, your readership, your advance, and your commitment in order to make it good, easy, and fun to read. So right here on the page, you can see here that he says, I want you to be a part of this world. I want you to be a part of this world. This is a call by the author to the audience, to the viewer, to the reader, to be a part of this world, to be someone who is deeply invested in it and is actually creating for it. If I'm lucky enough to reach this point, I would be so grateful. That's something that would really resonate deeply with me, and it will allow me to flex my creative muscles and be able to benefit this world, this mythos, this realm with some of my creative ideas. Right? He wants you to write for this world. He wants you to be involved in the elements of this world. He also wants you to spread the word about this world. That's kind of what I'm doing, ironically. He wants you to have a say in the direction and outcome of this world. And he wants you to be part of something that has never been done before. Okay, that's the rub for me. That's the rub for me. I can't lie. Being part of something that has never been done before is an absolute blessing. What an honor. This is a one of one. This is a one of one. 1,000 lifetimes could come and go, and this will never happen again. But you got to be here when it happens, right here and now. Be part of something that has never been done before. Listen, you don't need to say it twice, okay? He knows exactly what he's talking about. Like, I would be honored to be associated on some level, some minor, minuscule, tiny level with this world, this project, this enterprise, this vision. Because on a smaller level, I also have a similar aspiration. On a smaller level, I also have a similar worldview. And I love what he's doing when he put his foot down and said, no wokeism, no girl bosses, no left-wing bullshit, no right-wing bullshit, no socialism, no feminism, right? None of that stuff. We like that stuff. None of that stuff here. Just no puritanical right-wing stuff and no lecturing. Just a ruthless commitment to character, story, and world building. Okay? 3 things. Just a ruthless commitment to character, story, and world building. That's exactly what we want. We don't want anything else. We don't want lecturing. We don't want lessons. We don't want sermons. We don't want anything else. We don't want anything else. We just want a ruthless commitment to character, story, and world building. This is what I'm here for. This is what I'm really excited for. This is what I'm looking towards for. So he says here on this page that goals and how you can join us. I'm going to do everything in my power to make these graphic novels good and cheap and easy to buy. All right. But my audience is not big enough to hit the numbers we need. That's true. He has a big audience, but for a project like this, he needs massive numbers. So, hell yeah. This means I need your help to hit these numbers so we can make it into something really amazing. Exactly. It's already really great. It's already phenomenal. It's already ready. But in order to make it into something really amazing, he needs my help, your help, and our help in order to reach those numbers. He needs my help, your help, and our help in order to reach those numbers. It's already great. So I'm going to give you a massive incentives to spread the word about these graphic novels. Very cool. I'm happy to hear that. Before I even heard that he was going to do that, I was already on it. I was already on it. I didn't care. It didn't matter to me. I was like, I see what I like. I see quality. I see substance. I see art. I see bravery. I see audacity. I'm standing behind it. That's who I want to be. That's how I want to live. So I like, thank you, but I didn't even need the incentive, you know? Like, thank you very much, but I didn't even, me personally, I didn't even need it. I just saw worth, talent, character, and class, and I stood up and salute. So I want you to do the same too as well. Like, hell yeah. This isn't something to scoff at. So this is something I'm really going to delve into in the future. I'm going to go through this video and really break it down. I'm going to show you guys the entire prospect of what A2Heroes.com is offering with Caleb Jones. And I'm going to cover each and every instance of this comic book realm and world and series. I love the theme, I love the character, and I know you will love it too. I think this is something we need at all times throughout history, but especially right now. Especially right now. This is a pivotal, prudent piece of art. So I'm going to be going over the video in detail later on, where I'll be reacting to the video. Let me know if you guys want to see that. After that, I'll be going over the map of the world, where he's talked about the different regions and the different realms and the kingdoms and things like that. I'm really looking forward to that. The maps of the world. And then I'm going to be going over the status, the graphic novel number 2, graphic novel 3, graphic novel number 4, and leading you guys through this, the outline and planning, the writing, the storyboard, the artwork, and things like that, showing you guys the progress on an individual level of each and every one of these graphic novels. The commitments, I've read this before in a previous video. The canon is sacrosanct. All right, the canon is sacrosanct. Once a graphic novel is published, the story is canon. Okay? Once a graphic novel is published, the story is canon. The past will never be changed or erased later via retcons, time travel, multiverses, or whatever. It doesn't matter. I've read this before. I'm going to read it again. I'm going to devote a whole video to this page. The canon is sacrosanct. Commitment to male audience. This is what we're here for. This is a commitment to a male audience. You're not just invited here, you're welcomed here. All right, these stories and these worlds and these characters are 100% written for men. I'm going to say that again. These stories, this world, and these characters are 100% written for men. Any complaints or negative comments from women regarding anything related to these characters, and we're going to get them, will be ignored. Okay? Women, we love you, but you're not in our target audience. So we don't care what you want. Facts. Thank you. Women, we love you. We love you, but you're not in our target audience. So we don't care what you want. This is a comic book series. This is a piece of media. This is a story. This is a fan art. This is like a complete original creation from pure masculine vitality. This is someone who wants to forward the masculine notion in the modern age. Okay, go for it. You're not our target audience, so we don't care what you want. Not in this case, no. Okay? There's plenty of pop culture for you, so go over there. I respect that. Go over there. This is for guys. All right? This is for guys. Hell no. This is for guys. No one else. Nothing else. This is it. Who is it for? Guys. That's it. That's it. So subscribe and fucking learn from this, because this is phenomenal. Nothing else but male-centered, fantastical escape and literature right here on this channel. Another thing, dearth is permanent. We'll go into that more. We're not going to be bringing people life. We're going to be bringing people back to life. Customer is paramount over all other factors. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? I'm going to repeat that. He said, customer is paramount. Customer is paramount over all other factors. All right, that's a complete sentence right there. He doesn't need to say anything else. Customer is paramount over all other factors is a full and complete sentence that lets you know where you sit when you join this adventure, when you join this story, when you join this dialogue. This is a beautiful narrative. I'm going to go over that more in the future. No left-wing bullshit, no left-wing wokeism, and no political correctness, okay? No left-wing BS. We don't want that. Not in our stories, all right? Being honest, not even in real life, but definitely not in our fucking stories, all right? Leave that shit out of here. No right-wing bullshit either, or religious preaching, All right, we get it. All right, we see what you're saying, but not in our stories. All right, not in our stories. And to be honest as well, not even in real life either. But right now, not in our fucking stories. No right wing or religious preaching. No Mary Sue or girl boss characters. Even though I want strong female characters myself and I want to see incredible women doing great and powerful things, we're going to see that in The Princess of Jezlam and the Queen. I'm so hyped for that. They're not going to typecast them into Mary Sue's or girl bosses. No. They're not going to limit them to just being like a cliche and like a trope. All right? There's amazing female characters from the 1980s that were awesome and that were incredible and that we can take it we can take advantage of and like influence from in order to make new characters in the modern day. So no Mary Sue, no girl boss characters. Another feature of this story, another commitment, is everything makes sense. Everything makes sense. It's all congruent. Modern day genre fiction and all sorts of things. It's all congruent. Sex and violence is also going to be there, but it's going to be tastefully and artfully done. There's going to be non-monogamy. This is a major commitment. We're going to be displaying and telling the story of a hero, a valiant hero who's moral, virtuous, and upstanding, but engages in monogamy to show people that you can be a good person without tying yourself down to one woman. No AI pledge, no investors, and we all make mistakes. So guys, I really encourage you to come to this page and look at this story because this is a really incredible story that I really love.